Yes, hello and welcome to another vlog from Ben Rider. Yeah, so far so good. While sitting on the Hornet, the tank and everything looks good, looks nice, looks bulky, looks stylish. The display is pretty nice. Everything else, like the handlebar, to be honest, I come from an X80V, and the first thing that I noticed, the handlebar is so little, so teeny tiny, and the grips are kind of small. That's what I noticed, that the front is also fairly agile, very agile, and you can actually shake it around quite a bit, although it is a little bit bigger and a CC bigger bike with a bit more CC. Nevertheless, it's very, very agile and easily movable in the front. What I've noticed so far is, it has a lot more torque from down below. It is pretty nice in second, third, fourth gear. It's pretty nice. It's a lot of fun. Even this is the 48 horsepower version. My dealer does not have the full powered version for test ride yet, so we have to use this one here. It is pretty nice. Yeah, that's what I can say at the moment. I will now, as I said, go to the walk around and give you some more impressions there. Today we're testing out the Honda Hornet CB750 2023 model. Yeah, it's new for this year. This is basically the new one, the new version of the old Hornet, but unfortunately the design to me looks very similar to the CB500F, which I don't really like. Which I like in comparison is the price. We have a price here of 7,650 plus 250 on the road for the registration. So it's not too bad, and compared to the CB500F, probably a very good price for what you actually get, which is you get quite a few little helpers here. We have ABS, we have traction control, and we have riding modes. We have standard user, sport and rain, I think, as riding modes. We have a 755cc parallel twin with 67.5 kilowatts of power. That is 91.8 horsepower at 9,500. This version, which I have here for test ride, is only the 48 horsepower version. We have 74.4 Newton meters at 7,000 RPM, which is pretty nice. And we have in the front 296 millimeters disc brakes twice, and in the rear a 240 millimeter. In the front we have a 117-inch tire, and in the rear a 160 times 17 tire. We also have a 15.2 liter tank, and the fuel consumption apparently is 4.35 liters per 100. Also, we have a fairly low curb weight of 190 kilos, which makes it kind of special for this class. It is very light and it has a lot of power, so that is a nice combination. We also have a seat height of 795 millimeters. So let's get to the controls and the display. So on the left hand side we have the clutch lever, which apparently is not adjustable, and I mentioned that already. We have only in the last part of the clutch, we get the engagement, which I don't really like, which is fairly common, actually fairly common for Honda, which I don't really like. Why don't they use the rest of the clutch travel for engaging it? We also have a very nice high beam, low beam switch here, which I really do like, and I think it comes from the X80V, and it's pretty nice. We have the passing light here. We have high beam, low beam here. We have a mode button here. You have standard, rain, user, and sport mode. We have a function button where you can reset values in the display. We have the switch here, left, right, up, down for the display. We have the horn switch here. We have the turn signal light here, and we have the hazard light switch here. On the right hand side we don't have too much actually. We only have the throttle here. We have the brake lever, which is adjustable in 6 positions. We have the starter switch and the emergency cutoff switch on the right hand side here. So in the middle we have the display, which I think is very nice. It's very easily readable. It doesn't really have very many reflection, I would say. In bright daylight you can see everything quite nicely. We can actually change it to different modes, in different display modes, also different riding mode. In this, you will see the RPM on the left hand side, and we have the power on the right hand side, the engine brake, and the traction control we see on the right hand side. This is adjusted automatically when you change the riding mode. You can also change these manually. We have the gear indicator down below, and we have all the data we can switch. We have 4 different tabs for this with 4 values. We have this tab here, we have this tab, and this tab, and we can actually switch around and move around all these data as you like in the menu later on. So once again we go into the menu here. I've switched it now to English, I'm sorry. So we have function, we have the riding mode, we can switch that around there. We have the shift point, self-canceling, turn signals, we can turn it on and off, trip A, auto reset for when you actually are at the gas station. You can have it reset automatically. We can go to the display type. We can actually show different types of display here. As you can see, I think this is very nice with a very big RPM counter. And we can also switch the background, like metallic, white, black and stuff like that, or automatically. Let's go back here. The brightness, background, favorite information is the ones on the tabs, which I explained to you already. We have general, daytime, unit, language, restore, default, Bluetooth pairing, reset. We can switch here, and for service, when the next oil service and stuff like that. So that is all you can switch around here in the menu. So this is the Honda CB750 Hornet 2023 model, and we'll take it out for a little spin back to the dealer. Let's go. Yeah, from the get up and go, second, third, fourth gear, a lot of power actually from down below. I love it. But there are also a lot of things that I don't really like, about the design, for example. And other minor things that the handlebar to me looks kind of cheapish, to be honest. I don't know why. If I compare it to my X80V, of course it looks so teeny tiny and small and everything, but I guess that's to be expected. But it just feels like the grips are kind of smallish, and that's what I noticed, you know, coming from my CB, no, not from my X80V rather. But I do like the display. I'm glad that they actually put on the new display, or the similar display than the X80V or 750 further, which is easily readable, very versatile. Whoa. And yeah, it is a lot of fun actually. You know, the power is a lot of fun. This is a 48 horsepower and it's still a lot of fun. Usually I only get to test ride these 48 horsepower versions because, you know, everybody can ride them at the dealer. This one is also equipped with a quick shifter, if you ask me, or if you saw it on the pictures, but it's not activated yet, the dealer said, because it is just the engine is not really running yet or broken in, and that's why they will activate it later on. Quick shifter is not standard. It comes as an extra, I don't know, 250 euro extra you have to pay. You also get different packs like travel pack, sports pack, which also is in the where the quick shifter is included, and a little windscreen or something like that in the front, and maybe the seat, some changes to the seat, I'm not quite sure, but I think so, like a seat cover or something like that for the pillion. It is a very attractive package, I would say, although as I said, to me it feels a little bit kind of on a cheapish side. So it is basically, it feels like a CB500 when you look at it, when you sit on it. Okay, the tank might be a bit bigger here, but the display of course is very nice. It's a very nice addition that they actually put that on, and also is very nice that they use the controls of the Forza 750 or the X80V, which are also very nice. We have different riding modes. We have traction control, which we don't have on the CB500 model, and I will put the prices of the 500 and the 750 as a comparison on the screen, so you can see what the difference actually is, if there is a difference. I don't know. Very quick, very quick little beast, but it is very windy today again. And it's a naked bike, so I cannot really go that fast, and besides we're only allowed to go 120 here anyways, so, but it does not really invite me to go any faster, you know, that's what I mean. Anyway, yeah, we have the full force of the wind, of course, and the display does not help aerodynamically on this. Actually, no, it does not help at all to deflect the wind here. Oh yeah, we have very strong gusts here, but I shall not complain too much, because then people complain that I complain. So everything is just dandy. Yeah, so the seat, yeah, it is kind of hard, but to the side when you shift left and right, actually it is a little bit softer than any other seat I noticed. Quite nice actually. The seating position for me is, yeah, it is a little bit lean forward, teeny tiny bit. Reminds me of the Z900 seating position. I'm 175 and I weigh 80 kilos. For me it is not too bad actually. I mean, I cannot really sit up straight, but it's nevertheless, it's not really that tiring. Yeah, even 6th gear we still have a lot of power actually, and I wonder how much better is the 92 horsepower version. To me personally, This is already enough for me again, but you know me, I usually only ride like 48 horsepower bikes, so it is more than enough for me already. If you're looking for a fairly inexpensive parallel twin with a good torque, you can actually look at this here, because that would be a very good deal, I would say. Very nice colors available this year. I think this blinker, automatic blinker is activated. That's why I wonder, hey, I just turned it on. Yeah, usually the automatic blinker does not really work that well, so I usually turn it off. Yeah, to make a long story short, the verdict I already told you about. I think on this price point, a very good alternative, especially to the Honda CB750F. Very good alternative. You can also get it in 48 horsepower if you still don't have the full version. So very, very comparable to the CB750F, and I think in price as well. Also much better equipped. That's basically it. Thanks very much for watching. This has been Ahora. Take care. Bye bye.